On this day in history, January 12th. On January 12, 1554, Bayinnaung was crowned King of Burma, now Myanmar. He later assembled the largest empire in Southeast Asia's history, extending from the borders of India to Thailand. The Wernerian Natural History Society, a Scottish learned society, held its inaugural meeting on January 12, 1808 in Edinburgh. Named after the German geologist Abraham Gottlob Werner, the society focused on the study of natural history. On January 12, 1848, the Palermo Rising occurred in Sicily against the Bourbon Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. This revolt was part of a series of revolutionary movements across Europe in 1848, aiming for independence and constitutional reforms. The Royal Aeronautical Society was established in London on January 12, 1866. It is the world's oldest aeronautical society, dedicated to the advancement of aeronautical art, science, and engineering. The National Trust was founded on January 12, 1895, in the United Kingdom. It is a conservation organization dedicated to preserving historic places and natural beauty for the nation. The University of the Philippines College of Law was formally established on January 12, 1911. Among its first enrollees were 3 individuals who would become future presidents of the Philippines. On January 12, 1915, the United States House of Representatives rejected a proposal to require states to give women the right to vote. It wasn't until 1920 that the 19th Amendment was ratified, granting women suffrage nationwide. Both Oswald Boelcke and Max Immelmann, German aviators, received the Pour le Mérite on January 12, 1916, after achieving 8 aerial victories each over Allied aircraft. They were the first German aviators to earn this highest military award of the German Empire. Hattie Caraway made history on January 12, 1932, by becoming the first woman elected to the United States Senate. She had been appointed to the Senate in 1931 to fill her late husband's seat and won the subsequent election to continue serving. On January 12, 1945, during World War II, the Red Army launched the Vistula-Oder offensive. This major operation pushed German forces from the Vistula River in Poland to the Oder River in Germany, bringing Soviet troops closer to Berlin. Operation Chopper, the first American combat mission of the Vietnam War, took place on January 12, 1962. U.S. Army helicopters transported over 1,000 South Vietnamese soldiers to attack a Viet Cong stronghold near Saigon. Rebels in Zanzibar initiated a revolt on January 12, 1964, overthrowing the Sultan and proclaiming a republic. This event led to the merger of Zanzibar and Tanganyika, forming the United Republic of Tanzania later that year. On January 12, 1966, U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson declared that the United States should remain in South Vietnam until communist aggression ended, reinforcing America's commitment to the Vietnam War. Dr. James Bedford became the first person to be cryonically preserved on January 12, 1967, with the intent of future resuscitation. His body remains preserved today, and the anniversary is observed by cryonics advocates as Bedford Day. The New York Jets defeated the Baltimore Colts on January 12, 1969 in Super Bowl III with a score of 16-7. This game is considered one of the greatest upsets in sports history, especially after Jets quarterback Joe Namath guaranteed a victory. Biafra capitulated on January 12, 1970, marking the end of the Nigerian Civil War. The conflict had lasted nearly 3 years, resulting in significant loss of life and humanitarian crises. On January 12, 1971, Reverend Philip Berrigan and 5 other activists, known as the Harrisburg Seven, were indicted on charges of conspiring to kidnap Henry Kissinger and plotting to blow up federal building heating tunnels in Washington, D.C. This group was known for their opposition to the Vietnam War. On January 12, 1976, the United Nations Security Council voted 11-1 to allow the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, to participate in its debates without voting rights, marking a significant moment in international diplomacy regarding the Palestinian cause. On January 12, 1986, Congressman and future NASA Administrator Bill Nelson lifted off aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia as a payload specialist on mission STS-61C. The mission involved deploying a communications satellite and conducting various experiments. On January 12, 1991, the U.S. Congress passed a resolution authorizing the use of American military force to expel Iraqi troops from Kuwait. This marked the beginning of direct U.S. military involvement in the Persian Gulf War. On January 12, 1997, the Space Shuttle Atlantis launched from Kennedy Space Center on mission STS-81 to Mir Space Station. It carried astronaut Jerry M. Linenger for a 4-month stay aboard the Russian space station Mir, continuing U.S.-Russian collaboration in space. On January 12, 1998, 19 European nations agreed to prohibit human cloning, marking a significant step in international bioethics legislation. On January 12, 2001, Downtown Disney officially opened to the public as part of the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. This shopping, dining, and entertainment district was a major expansion of the resort. On January 12, 2004, the RMS Queen Mary II, the world's largest ocean liner at the time, embarked on its maiden voyage from Southampton to Fort Lauderdale. Comet C2006P1, known as McNaught, reached its zenith on January 12, 2007. It was one of the brightest comets ever observed, visible even during the daytime. On January 12, 2010, a catastrophic earthquake struck Haiti with a magnitude of 7.0. It caused widespread destruction in Port-au-Prince, killing an estimated 220,000 to 300,000 people and displacing millions. On January 12, 2012, violent protests erupted in Bucharest and other Romanian cities in response to President Traian Băsescu's economic austerity measures. These demonstrations involved clashes between protesters and law enforcement.